Hi guys! So it's Sunday and it's like 3 in the afternoon. I used to go to my boyfriend's on Sunday, but since we broke up, I'm kind of like sitting around without anything to do. So I figured I would do sort of like a more natural looking for weekend makeup. I rarely wear makeup unless during the week, if I'm going to class, I don't. I would wear it sometimes on Sundays since I did go see him. But, it just never was something I was like, yeah, I have to wear makeup. Um, so I just want to do something it's, it's a similar take on how I do my makeup, just with lighter products, some of them. I still want it to last, so I'm still going to use my primer and everything. And I just want to do the base, and then I'll be doing the color part of the makeup next. So first I'm going to take my Mercier foundation primer, the oil-free one, and I'm going to put, ooh, that actually is more than enough. That is more than I need. But that's alright, because you can drag it down your neck a little bit. The only sad thing is then you're using more than you need to and it'll be gone faster. But I didn't mean to squeeze out quite that much. When you first get it, it's really hard to squeeze any of it out of the tube, probably because there isn't a lot of air in the tube. Alright. And you just rub that in. I like this. I've said it every time so far because I never know. I'm not a YouTube guru that, has tons of followers. So if people watch this, it's probably like one of your first videos watching of me, if you even plan on watching more. And so I say it all the time, but I like this primer because it's not silicone greasy feeling, it feels like lotion. So it's really nice if you don't like the feel of most primers. Like the Urban Decay, I debated getting that, and it's got the same kind of texture that a lot of the other ones do. I had the hard candy one. That one feels greasy-ish. The Victoria's Secret one is my first one, and that one was super greasy feeling, so I wouldn't recommend that at all, but some people might not mind that, so. And now I'm putting Urban Decay Primer Potion in Sin. There we go. And I'm putting that under my eyes. It's like an extra primer for my concealer and everything. And then I'm putting it on my eyelid to prime it for a shadow. Like, I have time to do my makeup. If this was a weekday and I wanted 5-minute makeup, I'd be doing something like that. Maybe I will eventually, but right now it's kind of like I'm using just as many products as during the weekend when I need more full coverage or I do more dramatic nighttime looks, but it's during the day. So I'm using the same amount, so it's not quote-unquote natural because I'm using less products, but I'm using different colors and keeping it in tone with like a more natural finish. This is a Tinted Moisturizer from Mercier, the oil-free, SPF 20, and my color is Fawn. I get color matched differently almost every time I go though. And I'm putting this on with my fingers just because it'll give you a more natural finish on its own. If you're layering it on in a brush, you're gonna get where it just comes out thicker, and it's not gonna look like a thin layer by any means. You can also stipple it in. I just ordered or I will be ordering a Real Technique stippling brush pretty soon. I would like to at least, and it might take a while to get here, but I am excited because I've heard that's really good. You can find them at like Ulta, and they're really good. They're by Pixie Woo, not Pixie 2 Woo. That's a different channel, though they know each other and all that jazz. Alright, so now I've got the Tinted Moisturizer on, but I have extra breakouts and under eye circles. So I'm going to take, usually I do this first, but I wanted to see how much this would cover first. So I use the Mercier number 3 Secret Camouflage, I believe they call this. And I'm putting that under my eye, and I just kind of pat. I know I'm using my middle finger and they say to use your ring finger, but I'm stubborn and I feel like I don't have enough control when I use that. So, and I mostly use this one unless I get paler, which I self-tan a little bit, on and off kind of thing, with like lotion self-tanner, not baking. I do that every once in a while, like when I go on vacation, I want to do that. I know what they say, it doesn't really provide you a base tan and all that, but I just like doing it because then I don't go there and burn quite as bad. I went to Hawaii and I was tanning beforehand, and when I got there I didn't get almost any tanner because I wore sunscreen and I was already a little tan, so it's like I went there and I didn't get any tanner. I wasn't laying on the beach trying to tan. I like wore a ton of, like, I ended up burning just one shoulder, I think, and that was it because I was being extra careful. I mean, you never know, especially I live in Wisconsin. Hawaii is a very different ball game from Wisconsin. Alright, so, and I have a lot of breakouts. I do not have perfect skin. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse, but, and I left this open in case I needed more, but I think I'm good. It's just for the weekend, so yeah, it does give your skin a more even tone, and I use the concealer to cover up breakouts, but it's still, like, I see my skin. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of abnormal for me, because I tend to wear thicker coverage foundations, because I need it if I want a more polished look. Now I'm taking HD foundation, or HD powder from Makeup Forever, and I'm putting it on a mineralized brush, 187, and it's the synthetic duo brush, and I just have a tiny bit. I'm putting that just under my eyes, and then I'm putting the rest down my nose, and kind of, like, I'm only using that tiny bit I put on there because I want it to be more natural. I'm going to use a bit of bronzer just to warm myself up. And so I don't want to pack that on at all. So all that little tiny bit, and I use most of it under my eyes to keep those from being too, I forgot what I was doing, to keep those from being too oily, and then your concealer just slides right off. And now I'm using Dior Honey Matte bronzer in, I suppose everybody does that so you don't blind. You're just seeing it. Oh, there's my camera. Oh, there's my camera and me. Okay, sorry, I'm way too entertained by that. So the Honey Matte is 02, and I'm just gonna put this on. I'm just using a regular Hello Kitty brush that came with the little Hello Kitty silver person, and that's because I don't have anything better. I'm putting that just everywhere the sun hits. I'm not gonna bronze my whole face up. I'm only putting it where it would naturally hit to keep it more natural. So down the nose, across the forehead, across where your tops of your cheeks are, where you get hit by the sun. And then kind of there, and a little on my chin. So that should be all the bronzer I need. You can still contour if you want. I'm debating. I guess I could. But I'm just going to use Harmony powder in, from MAC Harmony Blush, technically. But it's a contour powder, and I'm using this on a 158. It's the angled one. I'm going to put that on there. I actually washed my brushes. It's refreshing that they're clean. They're actually still just a little bit damp feeling, but it's not coming out streaky. So, and I'm just doing this really lightly because I don't need a lot of definition from this. And that should be everything for face, for the base. So everything else is going to go into color territory, but you could, if you're comfortable, if you want just a face that looks even and that's all you were going for, you can leave this at this. I know I would really like, even if I was rushing, I probably wouldn't do all those steps like the primer, maybe I'd be lazy and not do that, but I would definitely want to put mascara on, and then a lip gloss you can throw on while you run out the door. Even blush, I think, is really good to put on because it gives your face more of a awake look. It's just every makeup step, like, it's not that it's necessary, but I enjoy each one, and I like the effect of each one. So me personally, I don't wear a lot of makeup because I feel gross or ugly without it completely. Like, there are days where you're not going to feel as great, and maybe makeup can help or hinder, whatever it is. But I really enjoy the effect of makeup, and I think more people should look at it as a fun privilege to play with than feeling like they just have to, because that takes all the fun out of anything you're doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this like lighter version. Any tinted moisturizer, you just want to be careful if you have oily skin like mine. This one is great because it's oil free and it's made for skin types like mine. And with the primer also, it's oil free. Just look for things kind of designed for you. If you get a cheap tinted moisturizer that really is made for people who could use it as a moisturizer, then you should know it might make you break out, you know, or it might just be that you need to not moisturize at all after you wash your face and then use the tinted moisturizer because that's what it's doing. It's being your moisturizer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think that's like the third time I said that. I feel a little less out of it, but it's still hit or miss sometimes. So I hope you guys are having a good weekend. Of course, this won't get up in the weekend. It'll be like midweek Wednesday, and you'll be like, weekend, okay. Alright, so goodbye.